Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. A big thank you again to my boy Scruffy for just collecting Bundesliga cards like crazy. I know that he does this for his account and whatnot, but I really appreciate him lending me his account for the YouTube channel and for the viewers. It means a lot to me. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're looking at Leon Goretzka's card, 6'2" with high medium work rates, right-footed, with 3-star skill moves and a 4-star weak foot. I'm going to be so disappointed if this card sucks in the game because his stats does not make sense for him to suck in game because he is a rotational player, and you guys know how I feel about rotational players. I love them, okay? So, with Goretzka's card, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at a player who is 92 acceleration with 85 sprint speed. So that pace already starting off is perfect because 92 acceleration with 85 sprint speed, you could give him a shadow, right? Increases defensive capabilities significantly, as well as give him the pace. Or, big thing you can do here is give him an engine chemistry style to give him the +5 for pace, +5 for sprint speed. Defense you can try just by itself, again, so you can have the rotation policy. But then the big thing here, ladies and gentlemen, is giving him the boost for dribbling ball control reactions with the +10 for balance, +5 for agility, okay? Engine is the one is like seeping through my brain the most right now because I need to see how good he is defensively in two different positions. The CDM position, how he moves like around defensively because defensive awareness is at 80, but if he has a competent player next to him defensively, could be a very, very good balance between the two, right? Those defensive stats that he has, again, I'm not going to be trying him on basic. I'm going to have engine chemistry style on him to see what he's like with those defensive stats. But there's more to the card, though, okay? Because his shooting capabilities with both feet is really good. He has 92 attacking positioning, so I'm assuming that if you use him on the balanced instructions, he's probably going to utilize that empty space quite quickly. And because you're going to potentially give him a shadow chemistry style or an engine chemistry style, you have an insane attacking presence and potentially good enough defensive presence as well in the CDM position or the center mid position on the left side, right side, doesn't matter. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend him as a lone center defensive mid because of the work rates and whatnot, but you're looking at a very, very solid midfielder. You know, there's situations in games where you need to switch and have competent midfielders playing through the middle, and he looks like one of those dudes, right? He can pass the ball. Again, dribbling is going to be a +10 for balance, +5 for agility, so that's going to be a huge difference in regards to giving him the engine chemistry style. I actually need to see if my boy has the engine chemistry style on him because we're slapping on, we have to use him instantly with that. He doesn't have it, we're going to put that afterwards. But the dribbling boost, really, really important. Defensive stats for base card stats already are decent for the midfield area, but then he also has a physical aspect to this card with 93 stamina. So his high medium, not going to be a problem because of the fact that his stamina is good. If I need him to defend, he'll defend. His interceptions are at 88 with 6'2" height, and the way that I play defensively is pressure on heavy touch. Might not be complete meta, but it's fun to use that, right? So we're going to be trying him out with that. This is the team that we're going to be using, right? Again, Thiago Alcantara, another very good example of a rotational player. We're going to take a look at that card afterwards. But with Goretzka's card, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to line up like this, okay? We're going to be using the 4-2-3-1 as we normally do. The balance, we're going to have it on 3, because you guys know I don't really like having it on a 5, right? But we're going to have this on possession build-up, 4 and 2, just like I normally use. We're going to be using pressure on heavy touch, okay? So fullbacks on stay back while attacking. Kimmich, we'll use stay back while attacking, cover center. But with Goretzka's card, we're going to be using him on balanced instructions, only cover center, because I hate when they cover the wing. It's just not something that I want. And then we'll do the rest as is with a 4-1-2-2 as well. But this time we're going to be using him in a stronger position. So maybe during the game in the 4-2-3-1, I might switch him between the right center defenseman position and left center defenseman position just because of Kimmich. Actually, I'll do that right now because of the fact that Kimmich is a very, very competent left center defenseman because he also has the weak foot. Because I think preferably it's best to use Goretzka on the right side just because of that weak foot and strong foot that he has on the strong side. So an interesting variable to take into consideration there. Again, we're going to do stay back while attacking for this one. Not going to do it for Goretzka's card. But then with the 4-1-2-2, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep that on balance. But again, we're going to be using him on the right side position because I want to see how aggressive he is on the attack. but I also really need to see what he's like defensively. That's going to be the big thing here. So I'm going to go ahead and buy an engine chemistry style. Hopefully the defensive stats are good enough because I really want him to just dribble like a beast with it. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that real quick, and then we'll get into a game. Okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and start off with the defensive tactics. Let's see how he dribbles with the ball at his feet. Dude, it's pretty responsive for a midfielder, man. Let's see how he plays on the attack once we start to transition forward. Oh my god, he's so tall. Having that weak foot for that situation, beautiful. His dribbles are nice, man. For a midfielder, it's really, really nice. See that? Little quickness right there. It's exactly what you need. Little bounce pass, little touch, finish. Ah, we don't get that finish off. Perisic is a little sluggy in regards to that, but... See how Goretzka positions himself here for the support. Comes close to me. On bounce instructions, working out really nicely so far. It does feel like a bounce is going to be the most ideal situation with this card. Thiago Alcantara across goal. Don't have any shooting capabilities with this card, so he's going to miss that. But I'm liking the way that he's moving off of Kimmich right now. It's nice. He has a really tall presence in game too, man. And he actually like defends quite nicely too. Positioning is perfect. Rotation policy as well with him and Kimmich, because he's supposed to be playing on the right side right now. And he rotated off to the other side there. No second man press right here. Look at the way that he's defending with the other CDM. Right? Starts chasing after the player really nicely there too. So he's playing off of the other CDM perfectly. The interesting variable to consider with this team right now is that because Kimmich is a very huge box-to-box player and he will definitely attack when needed, he's going to have like this huge like rotation policy with Goretzka because they're both kind of attacking oriented. So if one person pushes up, the other person will stay back. And with Goretzka's defensive capabilities on base card stats, he's actually doing that really nicely. So I think there's going to be a lot of bouncing between both players in regards to who's going to attack but who's going to stay back. And that's very, very important, right? Because sometimes a player's characteristics, they kind of overthrow the instruction and tactics that you have. But you can see that it's actually working out really nicely with both of these guys in the team. Here's what I'm going to say so far in regards to this card, okay? I really think the best chemistry style to give him is going to be Anchor. Because here's my opinion. You guys don't have to agree with this opinion, right? I think, right, that these three main dribbling stats right here, with the agility and bounce that he has in the midfield area with 89 composure, acceleration like that, sprint speed like that, improved physical capabilities, improved defensive capabilities, I think the Anchor chemistry style is going to be the most ideal one. So what I'm actually going to do over here is I'm going to go ahead and give him the Anchor chemistry style, because even in the center mid position, I still think his dribbling is going to be responsive enough. And I really like the fact that I can improve his defensive capabilities as much as possible, because I feel like it'll be more significant in game in regards to the rotation policy and his performance in game, because he already has the shooting power. His dribbling, I feel like, will be good enough. So we're going to go ahead and try him out with that first or second, and then we'll see if that's truly what I like. So that other guy left super early, you know, one of those things. So let's try him out with the Anchor this time. Okay, guys, so with the engine chemistry style, it was very, very noticeable that his dribbling was significantly improved for the agility and bounce part. I still think that it's going to be just as good. So again, we're going to be using the 4-2-3-1 because we have to judge him defensively and attacking-wise. And we're going to see if it's good enough, you know? You can already see that his positioning with the Anchor chemistry style, it feels better. Just look at the way he's positioned next to Kimmich. Kimmich is a box-to-box, so this guy's just always moving constantly. Look at Goretzka up top right there in the middle, blocking the general middle position. Right? He still blocks the guy up top. You see that? That's what I'm saying, man. I feel like the Anchor is going to be better. Let's see what his dribbling is like with the Anchor chemistry style. A very tiny difference, man. Tiny difference. It doesn't feel significant enough for me to give him the engine chemistry style. I feel like Anchor is definitely going to be the go-to with him, especially since I can rotate him constantly. It's going to be really nice. Yep, responsive enough right there. Could potentially get into a position here. That's just FIFA mechanics right there. I didn't even want to score that. But you can see that he's definitely contributing a lot to this play right now. Look, again, rotation policy with him and Kimmich. If Goretzka attack, Kimmich stays back. It's going to be a nice partnership right there for sure. This card is really going to depend on how you use him in your team, because I still feel like what I would want to do is use him on stay back while attacking, because I feel like his characteristics is still going to make him push forward, but he'll still be a little bit more defensive oriented, if that makes any sense, right? So on balance, I like the card a lot. Attacking, positioning, and stuff, super noticeable. I'm going to go ahead and try him out on stay back while attacking, so I'm going to just kick this ball out really quickly, and we'll try it out just like that, because just look at the way that he's positioned right now with Kimmich occupying the CDM position. It's a little bit more attacking oriented with the pressure on heavy touch, but look at him transition back into his position quickly, right? Lingers around that 18-yard box as well. Doesn't really, you know, screw up the play with the team at all. So I want to go ahead and use him with stay back while attacking. This guy thinks I'm going to leave because he's doing some sort of challenge. So let me go ahead and put that instruction on him, because I feel like it's going to be a really, really good balance between these two. I'm going to try him out on cut passing lanes as well. I feel like he'll be pretty decent at that because of the fact that his interceptions is high. With his height, I feel like it'll be a beneficial thing too. So we're going to go ahead and try that out as well. Is that him right there? Stay back while attacking, he still kind of aggressively pushes? No, it's Kimmich. See what I mean? They're both aggressive attacking oriented CDM. So if you were to use them in your team, it might be mostly ideal to use Goretzka's card next to someone who is medium high, so that doesn't affect you too much, right? But it is also a cool variable to consider, because if both of them are attacking, you do guarantee yourself one player to stay back, but you'll always have this extra attacking presence that you may need on the attack pushing forward. Look at the way he's positioned, right? Look at the rotation policy between him and Kimmich. Kimmich was the one that's starting to push up. Goretzka stays back. So it really just depends on how you want your team to move when you're using them in your squad. I personally like the little dynamic they have with each other, because it offers more of an attacking presence between the two. But again, if you want to have a little bit more of a balance, it could be ideal to use someone who's a medium high next to him, with Goretzka potentially playing on the left side. I just love the way he positions himself, man. Even on the stay back while attacking, because he's a little bit more attacking oriented, I like the way he pushes up, you know? Look how he keeps moving there, you see? He's not in the middle anymore. So you have to be careful with players like this. Again, I gotta keep saying it, you may want a medium high next to him. Okay, let's go ahead and try him out in a 4-1-2-2 setup now. I want to see what he's like aggressively pushing forward with him playing in the right center mid position. Look at him aggressively pushing over there. Transitions into the middle over here. Let's see what he does here. He's always moving. He's doing this all the time, right? He doesn't come back aggressively. I really hate that they got rid of his high work rates from back in the day. The high would just be the cherry on top. That right there is what would have made that 500k worth it. The high medium is a little bit off, but at least you know he's going to be more of an attacking presence player than a defensive one, but he can offer a good defensive presence whenever needed, you know? Ooh, good positioning by him there. Very good positioning. When I switched off of him there, defensively, he was doing a great job. The anchor chemistry style, I feel like, is a huge noticeable difference defensively. Like, he's definitely very usable without the boost as well, with the engine chemistry style, but I think I would personally prefer the anchor on him. Again, goes into space instantly. He's going to do the same thing right here. Yeah. The pass didn't come off, but you can see that he's instantly going into that space, right? If I do this, he always moves every time, right? Okay, guys, so for the last 30 minutes of the game, I think he's a great player. I think the only thing that's making me not like the card too much is the high-medium work rates, but the thing about this card is that he's compensating really well without it, you know? So look at the way that him and Kimmich are playing off of each other in the CDM position. I have cut passing lane set on Goretzka right now for the 4-2-3-1. Look at that. Look at how in line they are with each other when I'm just controlling the cam. No second man press. Just look at the way they're positioned. It's pretty cool, man. Oh, Lewandowski with your god tier finishing. Absolute god tier finishing. Nicely done. Wanted to lose the ball in that general middle area just to see if I could intercept really nicely with this height. Height, big thing in FIFA. No matter what, always a huge, huge thing. Alright guys, so final verdict on Goretzka's card. You're looking at a very solid card for the capabilities that he offers, right? You're going to see that he's going to be more of an attacking-oriented midfielder than a defensive one. But if you tell him to stay back while attacking cover center and maybe decide between cut passing lanes and not cut passing lanes, he's going to play that defenseman position for you really well. But just expect someone that's going to be more attacking oriented. It might be a preferable thing for you to add a medium high work rate player next to him so you can have a very good balance between the two. But I really enjoyed using the card. Now, whether it's worth 508k, it's a little bit debatable, right? He's a fantastic card, but it would have been more worth the 500k if he had the high work rates, because I think that this card on high work rates would be absolutely brilliant. He was playing off of Kimmich really nicely, considering the fact that one is high and one is high medium. It's just that just to have more of that balance in the midfield, you need those right work rates for the midfield area. For 508k, I mean, the thing about this card is that it's going to be the best version of Goretzka's card. He's definitely meta in his own ways. There's so many chemistry styles you can give him. You know, you can decide to make his pace essentially perfect with the shadow. I don't think it's worth to give him the shadow. If you're going to increase his defensive capabilities, Anchor makes the most sense for that. But then you could also boost him with the engine chemistry style because his defensive stats are decent, and you're going to go ahead and expect a more attacking-oriented player with the engine chemistry style boost. But for me personally, I think the Anchor is good enough with him because his dribbling stats are very, very solid, considering the fact that these three main dribbling stats over here compensate for the card's height and body type really, really well in game. In regards to traits, we forgot about this one. He only has CPU ones, so I don't really know what the dealio is with that, but it's a really good card, guys. It's the best version of his card. I think 508k is a little bit too much for the quality that he offers in game, but is he a good card? He's pretty freaking solid. Like I said, this card right here is the baby meta card when the game first came out, so you improve any sort of baby meta card, they're going to be a beast. So I would say, because of the high medium work rates, if he was like 400k, I think that would be an acceptable price. 500, the extra 100k, I need that high work rates for that. But he's a good card, guys. He's really, really good. A good rotational player to have for a 4-1-2-2 or a 4-2-3-1. Potentially 4-4-2, 4-3-1-2. He'll play any of those positions. As long as it's not a sole midfielder in the middle, I feel like he'll be really good. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.